Okay, I just finished installing the Zero Edge dual camera dash cam. This is my second one. I have one on my Jeep. So I put this on my 2015 Tacoma.
System ready.
That's my Cobra. This is what happens when it starts up. So it looks like the firmware is different. And I did the other install roughly 6 months ago. So I'm not going to go through all the options, but the reason I did this is you can't see through my back window very well because of the back tire. And so I kind of wanted that on all the time. And the great thing is that you can scroll through and, you know, do the front and back, do the front only, do the back only. As far as I can tell, the backup camera is different compared to the last one I have. Seems like it's more pixelated, so I don't know if the quality is a little different. The front camera is clear as day. That's 1080. So I'm very happy with that. I think the sensor is 5 megapixels. So I routed the wires up through, I'll show you, down, kind of through the firewall, which goes, you can see the jumble of wires I have here. It's not as neat as my Jeep. Runs through that firewall part right there. And then down this way away from the exhaust manifold. And I'll show you what it looks like underneath. So this is the back side. Decided to mount it on this. The camera is square versus circular, so I don't know again if that is affecting the quality, and that's definitely different than before. So I also did this backup light install at the same time, and if you go through the rest of the video, you'll see some of the wiring. So, all right, not super neat. I gotta tidy this just a bit, but there's a quick disconnect for the camera, and then there's this black and red wire that comes up off of the loom right here, and that has to be installed into a backup light source so that when you activate it, the 12 volts is sent to the front, and that tells the unit to turn on the put the backup source to full screen. Okay, so it runs along here. You can see it right through there. Let's see here. Comes along here. I don't have a lot of room. And then it goes up that way. So I'm not going to go through all that, but all right. So far, at least on my Jeep, I've been really happy with it. Let's see how this goes. I drive this car more often, so it should be a more reliable indicator of durability. I'm not sure what to make of this, and there's a little protective piece there, to make of the new camera. It looks like there's some IR lights on it too, so that might be the advantage. I don't know. But it took me about, I don't know, let's see, just over 2 hours to do the full install with that light and all the wiring. You'll see in the last part of the video, or the middle part of the video, how I wired it to the back up there. Okay, I've gotten to the install part where I had to splice the backup activation leads. So when you put it in reverse, 12 volts is sent through this wire here to turn on the backup camera. I mean, it's on all the time, but to switch it to backup only. So what I've done is taken the rear light out. I've located the backup lamp. I've cut into the wire, and I'm just going to temporarily, let's see if I can show you guys. Okay. All right. So I'm suspecting this is the hot lead. Just gonna temporarily put this on. I'm gonna solder all the joints together and splice it, but let's take a look here.
Testing.
it is. So it works. See? So this is park, reverse. All right, so I've located the right leads. I just need to finish the solder, and there we go. All right, I finished the wiring for the backlight or backup activation. I also decided to add a circuit as well for one of these sort of like cheap 6-bulb LED fog lights. I just used the standard. There's a bolt that holds this plastic piece right here in place on my Tacoma, and so this is the brand Night. I don't know. It works great. So when I activate, when I back up, that's going to come on now, and all the standard lights work as well, and as well as it activates the backup camera. I have a backup camera as well, but it's just nice to have 2 backup cameras. Two's better than 1, right? Okay, so this is what it looks like now when I put in reverse. That light comes on. That's not IR. I thought it was IR, but it's actually standard LED. And then obviously the regular backup lights. I do want to note one thing. I thought it was the angling of the camera, but for some reason you can see that I don't think I can adjust this, unfortunately. And you can see how it totally doesn't correspond to the factory one. So you can see here the red line is right near the tow hitch, and then you see where my driveway ends and starts. It's kind of right there where my finger's pointing at. And then on this one, the red line is well ahead of where my driveway is. And I tried angling the camera and etc., etc. That might be part of it, but there's probably no way to adjust that on the firmware. Either way, it's fine. I mean, I have this and I have that, so this is just primarily just so I can see out the back of the car when I'm driving, to change lanes, since I have an obstructed view in the back.